Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual.
Hey everybody, Brad Ellis here. I'm joined by the lovely Ben Moore.
Hey!
I got to play a game at Judges Week. I was privileged enough to play this game. We saw last year at E3.
We felt pretty good about it
Felt
last
pretty
year.
good. It is Remedy's newest title called Control.
Control.
Now, Ben, I know you're a Remedy fan.
I am.
I am also a Remedy fan.
Yes.
I will
They
say
make cool, weird things.
this is my favorite Remedy game that I've
Oh,
played. I was very happy with what I played.
That's pretty high praise. Remedy's done some awesome stuff.
Yes, they are known for great shooting, I would say.
Yeah, great shooting. They've got good gimmicks. a
Good
lot of times.
gimmicks. That's a great way to
gimmicks
say.
Gimmick, I feel like, kind of undermines what they do, but yeah, good.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah,
We're not using
not-
gimmick in a
not
bad
in a
way.
bad
They just have a
way,
unique
yeah.
thing to it. So Control is a third-person shooter from what you kind of expect from Remedy. What they've been doing, this takes place as far as I know, all in one kind of area. It's like a big, I forgot what they called it when we saw it. It's like it looks like a big office kind of building. Reminds me of Fear almost. Just some huge structure, unlike more Remedy games that were kind of like, you go from point A to point B kind of a thing. I know there's little parts you can go off stuff, but this is much more of a Metroidvania kind of game.
I got you.
I was in a big space with a map. I had quests to do. I was just kind of going off my own thing.
How substantial were these quests? Were the objectives like, hey, here everything was like its own storyline?
Kind
or
of,
was
yeah.
it pretty simple objectives?
So from what I only got to do a few, I only got to play the game for maybe 30 minutes, and the game crashed on me too, so I did lose some time on that when I had to go back.
that
But
sucks.
yeah, but it's like
Right.
That happens
happens.
at these
It
things. But
happens.
yeah, so pretty much you talk to as Remedy does, some really weird kind of cryptic character telling you. So there's like some really weird janitor telling me stuff. And I was like, this is freaky. It's got a really cool, kind of creepy and like lonely vibe. It reminds me of this. You can maybe remember this when you would be at our last job at GT in the office by yourself, just at
Oh,
night.
yeah.
Just like that's what it
It
reminded me
was
of.
terrifying.
That's what this whole game, the vibe kind of feels like this to me.
So I have a question.
Yes.
I love the crypticness of Remedy games.
Yes.
I love the Twin Peaks vibe that it has. But I feel like, especially in a more open game like this, where you have more room to explore, did you feel like the crypticness was intriguing, interesting? Like, were they doing a good job of keeping you on the hook?
So from I didn't see a ton of story beats when I was going through this
Okay.
kind of thing, so it's hard for me to
Keeping
tell.
it under
but there was
wraps.
I talked about two NPCs, and they were trying to hey, you have to go here and do this kind of thing.
Was it just? I guess what I'm saying is, was it interesting listening to?
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm listening. I'm listening what you got to say, Remedy. I'm all about it.
You've earned my attention.
But yeah, so I had a main quest. I had to go to some part of the building and do something. And then there was a side quest I did where I went in. There's a shooting range. I had to go through the shooting range to get a higher score at a certain time. But I unlocked a new ability when I finished it.
Okay.
So it kind of reminded me of an RPG. You do something, you get a reward, which is cool. It was an ability, which is cool. It was the classic. If you played Quantum Break, you got the shield.
Nice.
So guys could shoot stuff at you. You can block all the ammo and stuff or the bullets, stuff like that. But it's really cool whenever you get these abilities, they throw you in a little area where you kind of use them to get through the area. So there's also a dash. There's this. You say this game has much more mobility compared to their last games.
Okay.
You actually jump a lot in this game. I was doing platforming sections in this area. I was jumping from thing to thing, dashing, air dashing.
So-
He was pumped.
Beyond the platforming sections, are you needing to jump a lot in combat?
No. So
Okay.
from what I did in the combat, I didn't need to jump, but there was platforming sections where I did. This could change later on.
Sure.
From what I played, it felt pretty early on in the game. So it's just cool. That's something new they added. You have you could jump in the air and kind of hover a little, which is really sweet.
How substantial were the platforming sections? Was it something where it's just oh, okay, here's this little tiny bit to
It
mix
was
it up
like-
a little bit?
3 minutes maybe.
Okay.
From what I did, it seems like every time you get a new ability, you do kind of an area that breaks you into your new power you get.
Did you feel like it required a reasonable amount of dexterity, or is it kind of gimme platforming? Where it's this is really hard to
Some
fail?
parts there was parts where you have to time a jump, so you have to jump a gap and there's walls closing in and out. You have to jump perfectly, line it up, stuff like that. The shooting's great, of course, as you would expect.
Sure.
Feels really good.
How's the sound of the weapons?
Yeah, sounds pretty good. So unlike a lot of shooters where you have multiple guns, this game you have one gun. It's like a pistol, Ben. So this pistol can transform though. So you have like your basic, your pistol, you're shooting, but it also has like a shotgun form where it like transforms kind of. It looks really cool. It looks like alien tech almost.
Nice.
Like really clean alien tech. Doesn't look like something you'd see like a xenomorph use or something like that.
Clean alien
Yeah, it looks
tech.
really clean alien tech. But you can switch on the fly. I was grabbing stuff, throwing it, like a lot of Quantum Break stuff when I was playing. I was like, this reminds me of Quantum Break a lot.
I love that. It sounds so much of what you're saying is, hey, we're taking all this great stuff. We're taking everything we've learned and we're
all the
throwing
great
it in
shooting
here.
mechanics they did, the movement and combat, like going for shooting guys, stuff like that. All really great, but they're adding a few new elements, like mainly a Metroidvania kind of style game where you're picking up quests and you're going from area to area, unlock things. There's fast travel points you can go to. We weren't allowed to use them because they apparently take you to a part of, you could go to a part of the game we're not supposed to see yet. So I was like, oh,
Forbidden.
well, I'm not going to mess with that.
Yeah.
But I was pleased with what I played.
Okay.
It looked great last year from when we saw it. Very confident.
Yeah.
If you like Remedy, you're going to like this game. I highly recommend giving it a shot.
I love this, Brad, because I feel like with Remedy, the things that I gravitate towards and the things that I'm drawn to are the setting that it's in.
Yes.
The vibe that it has.
They always have really good atmosphere and vibes.
Right, the atmosphere. And I love that just based on what you saw, because we got all that last year. And I love that now you're able to come and be like, hey, this game is just purely satisfying just from playing it. Like, not completely, I guess, forgetting about all that other stuff, because of course it adds to it.
Yeah. But just, when you actually play it,
there's a lot of substance there.
Yeah, you're like, oh, yes, this is good. This feels good. Any like doubts I had about it are gone.
It's hard not having a good feeling about this game.
Especially because, like, I liked Quantum Break, but there's parts I don't like, namely the TV elements about it.
Sure.
But from what I played of this game, the story seemed to be delivered in a good way. Seemed like it didn't get bogged down. No conversation I had seemed to go on for too long, which is great. Kept you going, felt good, exploring's fun, great vibe, cool enemies, kind of like a Death Stranding vibe, some of them, like hanging in the air and like flying down. I was like, whoa, this is totally Death Stranding.
Just coming into a room and they're floating
Yeah,
there.
it's really it has a really good eerie vibe. So yeah, I'm pumped for this game. I know Huber's pumped.
Yeah.
We'll be excited for Huber.
Yeah, this is nice because it's a game that I feel like several of the allies are very interested in. So it'll be nice once everybody's played through it, talking about the story, talking about how they use powers and stuff.
It's just nice when you're excited for a game and you play and you're like, yes,
yeah,
good, things are coming together nicely.
The magic of E3.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Brad.
Bye, everybody.